What's up, y'all? Hopefully everybody doing well. Um, so what's going on, y'all? I'm good. How's everybody doing? Um, I'm good. I'm having a good day. Well, I'm blessed. Um, so earlier, what's up, Bella? So earlier today, um, I seen a post um, that was on Facebook, right? And I don't really get on Facebook too much. Um, but I seen a post that was on Facebook, and it was of a young kid that passed away. Um, it was a young kid. He passed away last Sunday, right? So, um, mind you, the majority of the young kids in my area come to the barbershop. You know, the barbershop is like the cool place to be for kids. You know what I'm saying? My barbershop, it just happens to be that business that the kids like to come to, right? It's like the cool place to go. You know, you're cool if you come to the barbershop. My business happens to be that place, right? And gratefully, I love that, right? So I see that the young kid passed away. He lives in the next town over from the barbershop. Um, the name seemed familiar, right? So, mind you, the kids that come into the barbershop, they're, I get close with a lot of them. Um, you know, I feel like they're my kids. You know what I mean? I get real close with a lot of them. Some more than others. Um, he was he was he was one of those kids that I got extremely close to. Um, he was 11 years old, right? And he got in a car accident and didn't make it, you know. And he was like my little buddy in the shop. Every time he come in, he would have his dad call ahead, you know, to see if he could have me um, cut his hair, you know, and he'd wait there, even if I had appointments, and he might not have an appointment, he would wait there, you know, just so I could cut his hair, right? Um, and you know, unfortunately, you know, he got into a car accident and ended up passing. 11 years old. Um, think about that, right? And I spoke to his father today, you know, and as I I was waiting to get Major off the bus, right? Because today's Major's birthday. So we were waiting to get Major off the bus, um, so we could take him out and, hang out for his birthday. And I was thinking, I was like, damn, here I am waiting for my son to get off this bus, right? And I'm speaking to somebody, and they put their son in the ground today. He had his funeral today, and I think about that, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I wouldn't even know how to deal with that, right? And and I was talking to the kid's father, right? His name was Hunter. I was talking to Hunter's father, and like, I would pray, and I could only hope for it to have like a sliver of his strength, and maybe he's in shock. I'm sure that probably has a lot to do with it, but I would pray to have a sliver or a fraction of the strength that he was showing when we were on the phone. Like, we were talking on the phone, and I'm the one that's crying. And his dad was like, we're having the funeral, if you would like to come. And then I'm like, damn, I got plans with my son today, right? And I just, like, I felt guilty for a second. And it's so sad, man. It makes me realize how lucky we are, right? Those of us that have children, how lucky we are that, like, they went to bed in our house tonight. You know what I mean? Like, how lucky we are. And I think about that family, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, how? I don't know what I would do. I would go crazy. And I was looking at, I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of him. I was just like on Facebook, cruising through, looking at some pictures of him, and he used to love, he would come in and he loved to get, like, Titan, stop. He would love to get, like, designs, I remember one time he was going to a Alabama football game, and he had me put the Alabama sign, in his hair. So that's the young man right there. He was, man, listen, when I tell you this kid he was like so sweet. He was so quiet. He was a good kid. Is a good kid. That's all he used to talk about is basketball. Like, he was a Curry fanatic. And, like, that's his mom, think about what his mom has to be feeling. You know what I'm saying? And, like, almost all of her profile pictures are of them two together. And I'm just like, man, imagine that shit. I couldn't imagine that. So, we're gonna we'll end up doing something at the barber shop. Yeah, she lost her son. He was in a car accident. He was 11 years old. And I didn't know the mom. I knew the dad, and I knew Hunter. But we're gonna end up, the dad's gonna come into the shop on Wednesday, and we're gonna speak, and we're gonna end up probably, like, having a day at the shop where we do haircuts, and all the money that we make for the day goes um, to help them, to for whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Um, but think about that, man. Think about, the stuff we take for granted, right? We take we take everything for granted. We take for granted. I took my son to bed. Um, take for granted that he's gonna wake up in the morning, right? He goes to school. He's gonna come home. And the thing is that I know that I'll be fine. I'm just like I'm hurting because it's a young kid that lost his life, right? And I'm hurting for the family. Um, but the thing is, I know, tomorrow my day goes on, right? Um, my day goes on. My life goes on. Like me and Major got a fishing trip. He wants to go fishing. He's been asking me to go fishing for a while, so I scheduled. We're going on a fishing trip this weekend to Ohio. Like we rented a cabin, and we're going fishing. And like I said, my life goes on. Um, yeah, please, please pray for his mother and his father and everybody else whose life he touched. Um, and he touched a lot of people. Um, and it's sad, man. It's sad. And then I think about, that video that I made yesterday. Matter of fact, it came out today. I made it yesterday though, about um, the crimes in Philly and the kids that lost their life, and think about um, all their families that went through that, right? It's so easy to not, to be like, of course it's a sad situation, right? To be like, oh, it's a sad situation. But to not have to deal with it, right? I couldn't I couldn't imagine, man. I couldn't imagine having to deal with that. Yeah. Um, just like that's, I don't know. It's just a very sad situation. And think about that, like everybody, like there's so many people that go through that throughout the course of the day, right? Uh, I'm about to go and go to sleep and take it easy for the night. Get some rest. Thank you, Christy. Um, and I thank you guys even for having you guys to turn to, right? Being able to come here and I guess vent and express myself. So I thank you guys for being there and for listening. I hope everybody has a great night, great day at work tomorrow, or a great day period, right? Everybody that's a parent, go give your kid a kiss, go give your daughter a kiss, go give your son a kiss, give him a hug, please, right? Because if we didn't have that, um, imagine how that would feel, right? If we didn't have our kids to do that, to give them a kiss, if they were just gone tomorrow, we would be like, damn, I didn't give them enough kisses. I didn't give them enough hugs. All that stuff. I know I would. You know, I get away from my kids for the day, and I get sad, and I miss them like crazy, and I call the girls and be bothering them. But yeah. So hug your kids, tell them you love them. Thank you guys. For listening and for allowing me to vent. Truly appreciate you. Yep, today's Major's birthday. Major turned 8 today. Yep. I'm about to go and fall back for the night. And go in the room, give Major a hug. Go in the girls' room, give them a hug. And then I get to sleep with Mercy. So, thank you guys. Everybody have a great night. And remember to be kind, loving, and patient.